Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, October 23rd, 2012. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get right into the charts here. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. The futures are getting hammered lower this morning, trading lower by 16 points to 14.14 per contract. So there's a pretty good sell-off this morning before the opening bell. As you know, when the futures are down, that means one thing. It looks like the U.S. dollar index should be higher, and that certainly is the case this morning. So you can see the dollar catching a nice little bid back up towards that $80 level. Never got there, but right around that $79.95 area. Decent move for the dollar. Dollar getting a nice decent bid today. Also, dollar was fairly strong yesterday until the magic wand was hit around 3 o'clock, and all of a sudden the dollar started to sell off and the futures recaptured back to the flat line. But today, you do have the dollar gaining some strength, and sure enough, that is sending the S&P futures decently lower this morning. So we'll see how this plays out going forward, but traders should be a little bit on guard when you have this kind of a decline. I happen to think that the futures have some support in this area, so right around this 14.13 level, there is some support. We'll see if it can break through there. Then you're going to have to watch the 1400 level on the futures. But we'll see how that plays out a little bit later. Let's take a look at gold and oil this morning. Gold is trading down sharply. Spot gold looks like it is down about 17 points or $17 to $1,710 an ounce. Let's take a look at the GLD. GLD is selling off this morning as well, trading down to the 165.68 level. Yesterday the GLD closed at 167.58, so basically a 2-point drop in the GLD, reflective of the 17-point decline that we are seeing in spot gold. So a decent little drop there. If the dollar is stronger, I think gold can go even lower, and I would not be surprised to see the GLD trade down into a 164 handle. So keep that on the radar. Silver is also down. We'll look at the SLV this morning. You'll see that's down to around 30.82. Again, dollar is stronger, gold and silver go lower. It's all about inflation creation by the central banks of the world, and that's what's going on here. Markets are deflating right now, delevering, and you see a stronger dollar taking hold. Now let's take a look at oil this morning. Light sweet crude yesterday sold off pretty sharply. Today it's down $1.75 to $88.30 a barrel. That is a very steep decline. Let's take a look at the USO this morning. USO is trading down to 32.20. Decent little dip right here. I'm really not sure exactly where we have decent support for the USO, but I will say though that as long as that dollar shows strength, oil could go lower as everything starts to deflate. But right around this level, I would think $32.15, $32, there should be some short-term support. So we'll watch it there, and then after that it would be $31, even the whole round number. So we'll see if it does get there, but those would be your oil levels right here for USO. Let's take a look at some stocks in the news today. You do have a ton of stocks out there. We're only going to cover a few. We'll start off first with Western Digital. This is Tony V's favorite company. This stock is trading down to $32.40 a share, closed at $35.20. I do not see really any support on this until $32. 32 you'll have a little bit of support, but the better support level, believe it or not, is going to be around $31.58, $31.58, and after that you'll have a double bottom at $28, and then well, maybe even a little bit before that. I'm going to say right around the $28.30 level. So $28.30, $28, that's going to be its next level, and that is a double bottom support level on the daily chart. So you're going to watch $31.58 and then $28.30, $28, and after that, I mean, this thing can go down to $25, and then all as low as $22.66. So Western Digital getting clipped this morning, but those are the bounce levels that I'm seeing just for scalps. These are not swing levels or anything like that. They're just scalping levels. Let's take a look at DuPont today. DuPont, I believe, reported earnings. The stock closed at $49.76. Today it's trading at $47. The levels I'm looking at here right now would be probably around 46.85, 45.57. I think you'll have some support levels there. This gap right here is not strong or weak. It's kind of neutral. So those can be a little bit tricky at times. Whenever you're trading a stock like DuPont, you want to be a little bit on the cautious side because it is a big Dow component. But nonetheless, it is a little bit on the trickier side today. Let me just see what we get here for one moment. Just want to see what we come up with. Okay, I think we could stick with those levels. 47, well, we're at $47 now, so we're below there now. You're going to look at 46.85, then 46.15, which would be the double bottom on the daily chart, then ultimately 43.57. All right, so we'll keep those on the radar, and if need be, 41.34. That would be a bigger time frame, but that would be support as well. Let's take a look at Texas Instruments this morning. I know the stock reported earnings closed at 27.79. It's trading at 27.35. Again, just another semiconductor that's a little bit lower, but I don't see a whole lot here. 26.50 looks like an interesting level. It may be $26. There could be just short-term support. Nothing major, though. So I'd be a little bit careful with Texas Instruments, but right now there's no trade on that one. Let's take a look at 3M. Okay, triple M it is the symbol. This stock closed yesterday at $92.53. Today it's trading at $90. If it looks like there is support around $90, but any opening here, you don't want that level. You want to look lower. Watch the 88.71 level, 87.12 level. Those should be two good bounce levels, 88.71 and 87.12. If it breaks below that, just look at 85.25. Okay, so those would be your levels for 3M. Let's take a look at Seagate, which is, I believe, down in sympathy to Western Digital. Again, Seagate closed at 28.31. Today it's trading at 27. There's not a lot I would do with Seagate at this level. I think the $25 area looks decent, and that would be the level that I would watch for. Stock does have some support at 27, but I like this 25.13 level. I think there's going to be a little bit of support there, and then after that it's really just down to the 21.60 level. So talk about stocks falling from grace. They certainly are falling this morning. There was another one I looked at, CNI. I've never traded this before, but I was just looking at it this morning as a possible setup, and this is Scripps Network Interact. This stock here closed at 63.72. It's trading at around 61.50. There's support at $60, but it's bounced there, as you can see in the pre-market. If it does break that level, you could watch 58.29, 54.02, or 54 even number, and then $50. So keep those levels on the radar as well. It's a little bit on the lighter volume side at times, but there's a fair amount of times that it trades over 1 million, so I thought we could probably throw it out there. All right. There are others out there. Apple is down. Regions Financial is down. Google is down, but nonetheless, we want to focus on the ones that we can get some moves on at the moment, maybe in the first hour of the trading session. So that's what we do. I'll leave it here today. Again, futures are down a ton. I believe you will have some economic data out a little bit later, but I'm not even too sure. I think maybe 10 o'clock, but I'm not even sure about that, so please check that. But again, watch the dollar closely. If the dollar continues to get stronger, these markets should go lower, and that's the bottom line. With that said, everybody have a great trading day, and I'll see you on the charts tomorrow. Take care, everyone.